Transmitting.
All right.
Feels good. Feels so good.
It sure freaking does. Man, I think we felt all of the emotions, Steven. I think when you go back to the very beginning of the game, how tense we were, just knowing the emotions of Patino versus Pope and how Pope responded in that first kind of emotional head-to-head coaching battle against Cal last year, knowing like, hey, that one really didn't go our way. That moment felt a little too big. Last season, how would he respond to it? Even a guy that he holds on the biggest pedestal imaginable in Rick Pitino, would the moment be too big for him? Would he, Patino being 18-4 against his former players, like this is kind of Patino's thing. And it started out exactly the way we kind of worried as a worst case scenario. And that point driven just all the way home when Jalen Lowe enters the game. 7 seconds later, he grabs his shoulder, he gets hit on a drive inside, hits his shoulder, looks to the trainers, and he says, it came out.
Oh, my gosh.
I had a buddy that was sitting right next to the bench and texted me. He just told the trainers that it came out. And I said, well, he's done. His season's over.
Our season's over.
We will never see Jalen Lowe in a Kentucky uniform again, and that was that. And for Kentucky to get it down as far as they did, down by 10 with 4 minutes left in the first half, the way we felt going into halftime, going, well, hey, we're just going to have to win in the mud. We're going to have to play two bigs. We're going to have to just grind you to death and play defense and out physical you, out tough you, and that's just going to be how we have to win games. Jalen Lowe comes out of the tunnel at halftime, warms up. Jaden Quaintance actually plays real minutes in the second half. It is a total takeover. Kentucky absolutely dominates the second half to beat Rick Pitino by 12, and now it feels like we have a whole reset of the season.
It really does. It really does. And I said that, we talked about it in the pregame. You get a win here, this can carry some momentum into the SEC. And that second half, that is back-to-back games now where Kentucky has just flat-out dominated in the second half, outscoring their opponents by 19 points in both of them. I think it was 40-21 against Indiana. What was it today? 53? Was it? I don't see it. I don't know where to look. Oh, right down here.
What's that?
53-34. Let's go, Cats! 53-34 in the second half.
Yeah.
53 points.
Plus 19.
And they got to 53 with, again, not being able to hit many outside shots, but I'll credit Cam Williams. Those were two big-time threes.
How to putt.
And that's huge, man. That's huge. When this team takes good shots, just like with most teams, Jack, when you're taking good, high-quality shots, they have a better chance of going in. And Kentucky got those. I even thought Colin Chandler's in the corner. You and I were talking. It's like, this is Colin right here to put it up by 13. They got him a good look. But the story of the day, I love that Cam Williams hit shots. I love that other guys gave you some big minutes. And I thought Malachi played tough. I thought BG played all right. Jaden just changes everything. He just changes it. I can't believe I had to wait this long to see this kid play. We saw him a little bit at Arizona State. It's much different watching him just come in and take over for Kentucky. I mean, those putback dunks were huge. I mean, what a difference this guy makes on the defensive end and the offensive end.
It wasn't even the dunks. Those were more momentum-y,
Yeah.
That's a powerful Jaden Quaintance dunk does more for the fan base than it does for the score, for the for the momentum of the game. Like those are just kind of just for more excitement and building momentum for the energy and things like that. But the difference was made on the other end when he had Zuby Ejiofor in absolute hell.
Yes, he did.
He was in buddy. Zuby was terrified when you had that absolute menace wearing a number 21 jersey going heads up with them. I mean, Zuby wasn't even looking at the rim there.
Are you Kentucky fans?
Sorry.
Sorry, we're live right now. I'm sorry.
No UNC fans.
But you're on there. You're on there, though.
Yeah,
we're live.
Yeah, no UNC fans, sorry. But dude, just an absolute game changer. It's very Anthony Davis-y, very Nerlens Noel-y, where it doesn't matter whether he's blocking the shots or not. It's the fact that he's terrorizing the person who is even thinking about taking shots. Total game changer, game wrecker, season changer. I mean,
Yeah.
You can now dream big and do all of the well, yes, they're not, Rick Pitino. We have a lot to say about what Rick Pitino had to say. We got in trouble with.
We got a talking to from Rick.
We got a talking to, but he said Mark Pope has realized that this team is not a good shooting team. They're not. This will never be a team. Pope continues to say that we're going to be an explosive offense at some point, but he has reestablished the identity of this team and say, hey, we're going to have to win games in the mud. We're going to have to play physical. We're going to have to play tough. And we're going to have to win those types of games. And Jaden Quaintance is the epitome of all of that. He is the game wrecker on defense. He is the rim runner on offense. There are moments where you just give him the ball and you get the hell out of the way. And Jaden Jaden's return made me fall in love with this team again. Not for the first time, because it's been hard to love them up to this point for the energy and the effort and those things that we were just come on, man.
That's it.
It's not about whether they're making shots or missing shots. It's why are you dogging it on defense? Why does it look like you don't care out there? But his return kind of just lit that fire. The same thing that we saw in the second half against Indiana. It's not how it looks. It's playing winning basketball and playing like you care. And I thought for these last two games, we finally got to see that version of Kentucky.
Team has an identity now. They're going to play tough. They're going to drag you in the mud. They're going to be tough to score on. I will say, what was it, 2 weeks ago we were in Nashville, and I lost my mind. 2 weeks ago? Yeah. 2 weeks ago to where they were now, I just kept going around talking to fans. How do you like the effort today? This was the first half. This was the second half. I know they were losing at halftime, but at least you couldn't say they weren't trying. They were trying. They were getting their hands on balls. Totally. They were getting rebounds. I love what I saw from everybody on the floor as far as effort goes. There was no shortage of effort on the court tonight from the Kentucky Wildcats. And just seriously, tip of the hat to the guys for that, because I know it's hard when shots aren't going in. I know it's hard when the offense isn't there. And they had, what did they score in the first half? What was how many points they put up?
25 points.
25, and it felt like, Jack, every bucket, it felt like it just was so hard. Everything looked so hard, and I thought it was only going to get worse as Rick was going to bring pressure in the backcourt. I just assumed, there's just no way you can win this game, because I didn't think they could I didn't know if they'd be able to match 25. I thought they were lucky to get to 25 at the end of the first half. Jalen Lowe comes in, though, and it's just go walk right through that. All right. Wow, all right. We're not doing anything. Jalen Lowe comes in, and he just flips the game. JQ also, but, man, they really needed Jalen. And I know you said he was warming up at halftime. I didn't see that, and I was just stunned when I saw him go to the scores table.
Dude, I was sick. I was just, when you see him go down and he grab his shoulder, it's just okay, now it's cooked. Now there really is no chance, even with the excitement of Jaden. What is the vision for this team without it? And I thought that kind of goes directly to what Rick Pitino had to say, kind of giving us our talking to about, the UK media member said, hey, what can you say about the response of this team and how they are able to win these types of games and how ugly it's been, but they're winning basketball over the last two games, and now you have Jalen back, now you have Jaden back. You can start seeing the puzzle pieces come together and see the vision come together. And Rick kind of just said, that's on you. That's on.
What did he tell us? What did he say? You got to do your job better?
He said the writers need to, I hope these writers learn their lesson.
Yeah, that's what it was,
I hope these writers.
Look how nice these Kentucky fans are. They go behind the camera. I don't know who that guy was that went right through it.
We're feeling great, man. We needed that win. That was good stuff.
Yes, sir.
J-Lo, that was good stuff.
That was awesome.
Exactly what Kentucky needed this year.
Are you back on board? It was an ugly start, but are you
left the board? But I am always on board. But I love what I saw today.
Well, how about you? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's good to see a live game. I'm out in Colorado, so it's good to see one of the first games of the season I'm here for be a win. Love Patino, but it's good to see a little takedown of that.
Got a big cheer, Rick did.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it. We were struggling to get in for a little bit, but it was good to see him. Hoping for a little more after the game talk between him and Pope, but
that was really fast, Jack. That was one of the fastest handshakes. Rick Pitino,
little emotionally charged, felt a little pissy, but it's okay.
I will say I did get hope that second half. That first half, we need to see something. It's a good thing Jalen came back because they lost their kind of strike when he went out 10 seconds into play. And
7. We didn't even get to 10 seconds.
7.
Yeah. Got a half of Rick Pitino. as Matt Jones
By the
called
way, we
it.
love Ricky Pitino too, man. So I'm all love for Ricky Pitino.
We were just talking. Rick gave us a talking to in the media. He told us that we were being too. He said that we were being too negative. He said that he hopes that we learned our lesson for selling stock in this Kentucky team. So
well, you should love that because that's Rick Pitino at his best.
It is.
He's the man. I mean, I love Rick Pitino. He brought Kentucky back from the depths of destruction in the 90s, and I'm old enough to know that, by the way. So.
Sure did.
well, hey, we appreciate you being part of Catlanta and the Big Blue Mist. Go Cats! Go! Hey,
No. You guys are great.
That's why we do this.
Yes.
It's fun. It's good stuff. Go Cats! Yeah.
Rick Pitino press conferences, Jack. I missed him. I got to do one when I was working in news. It was a Louisville game, and he won. I've never seen one after a loss. Not as many sour grapes as I thought. I wonder how
He was cold with the postgame handshake, but then warmed back up at the postgame.
Yeah, he did. I don't know how you handle that ambivalence of being proud of Mark Pope as Rick Pitino, but also disappointed in your team. And I liked his little back and forth he had with the St. John's reporter about not having a point guard.
What do you want me to do? We don't have a point guard. You want to go get me Tiny Archibald at the trade deadline? No, it doesn't work that way. That was Rick at his, that was peak Rick. But
That is classic
I did
Rick Pitino.
appreciate. We deserve criticism for how, talking about the puzzle pieces not fitting and the roster construction issues and all of those things. We still have a lot of questions that need to be answered with that, but seeing all of it come together with Jaden being back, with Jalen being on the floor and healthy, again, we could be having a totally different conversation if, those 7 seconds were all we did see for Jalen today. He didn't come back and play as well as he did, but seeing the full vision and the full picture come together, it did kind of hit me in the second half where I was like, oh, so this was a team missing arguably two of its best 3 players on the roster outside
Makes
of
a difference.
Those 3 players leading Kentucky in scoring, not outside of Cam Williams, but the team is starting to look the way it's supposed to. That was the first full half there in the second half of seeing the full roster come together.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally different. Jalen, I think, was plus 20, JQ plus 18. So, once again, it's Jalen and a big that are combining for a huge advantage in the plus-minus category. But one thing, Jack, I will say, can we just start our best players? Can we just play our best players as much? I understand they can't play 40. I get that. I wonder how much different this game looks. Obviously, if Jalen doesn't get hurt in 7 seconds, and if JQ plays more than 4 minutes in the first half, or is it because he only played 4, he was able to go so long in the second? I don't know which it is, but I would just say if the other team's going to start their best players, we should counter with our best players. I just feel like feels like what we should do. It worked out today, but I am getting a little tired of having to play from behind. If there's one negative from this, it's that in all of the marquee games, Kentucky has either been trailing at halftime or they were tied with Carolina. You can't keep digging yourself a hole like that and expecting to just outscore your opponent by 19 in the second half. So it would be nice to let's get a 10-point lead against Alabama. Let's see what that feels like. I would love to see what it's like for Kentucky to have a big lead in one of these games.
Well, and I think that's why it was so important for Jaden to play. The Jalen-Jaden thing is going to get annoying for a long time, but hopefully with those 2 playing as well together, I hope it becomes a problem for us tripping over those words. But that's why it was so important for him to play today, because my understanding, if he wasn't playing today, we weren't going to see him until Alabama.
Go Cats! Yes, sir.
Jaden, as he told CBS after the game, he's been pushing Pope to play him since September. He has been hell-bent on returning as fast as possible, wanted to play on the big stage, wanted to play in a big moment, and it got to a point where he said, well, if it's about rest, then we're not going to come back 3 days later after Bellarmine, after not playing St. John's because he's not healthy enough or not game conditioned enough or whatever for St. John's, but magically better 3 days later. It's not going to work that way. If it's going to be about the rest, then we're going to actually rest him until Alabama, and I just didn't even want to envision a game like this to what that would have looked like without Jaden Quaintance. I'm glad that he got his feet wet, that he played as well as he did, that he got real run. 17 minutes was real run for Jaden, and he played as well as he possibly could. Clearly a game changer, but now he can play against Bellarmine and play as many minutes as we need. Apparently, Mo Diabate is going to be suspended for the Bellarmine game.
Be out for
That's
the Bellarmine.
Something new that we learned about. He got his second technical, got kind of celebrated on his way out, getting a standing ovation with the energy, the effort, the hustle that we love with Mo Diabate. He's going to be out, so it's going to be extended run for Jaden Quaintance, and then he can then rest. He can rest going into the holidays, and then he comes back full go. Pope said that he's not going to be on a minutes restriction for very long. So we should get full Jaden Quaintance unleashed, 25, 30 minutes version of Jaden Quaintance against Alabama. What is that going to look like?
Oh, man, I tell you what, SEC teams are not liking what they saw today. Not at all. Can't be. And I know that, there's also Andrea Yelovich. Do we know anything about why? It's just another game where he's a DNP.
Trent Noah barely played. I think.
Are we shortening the rotation? I guess is what I'm getting at.
Probably. And BG didn't play hardly any in the second half after Jaden kind of made his run. So it's just the reality of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. You got to play to win these games.
Yep.
Whoever and ride the hot hand. That's how they won the game against Indiana. You have to just go with the best players who are producing. And it might be one game. What if Trent had come in and hit a quick three, and then you feed him again and he hits another one? Then you go, well, okay, he can ride this momentum. But if he's not taking shots, let alone making them,
hesitating on another three again.
Pull him. That goes for Colin Chandler. That goes for all of the above. You got to play the best players, and today it was Jalen Lowe and Jaden Quaintance, and that's why we got to see the majority of them in the second half.
Yeah, I mean Kentucky, obviously the shooting not great again, 25%. I don't think they've shot over 30% in any of the marquee games except for Louisville. I think they did shoot over 30 that game. But they're winning games by playing defense, getting rebounds. Now with JQ in there too, getting second chance points. I love that. I love that you can just throw the ball up at the rim, and you had the Twin Towers in there several times. It was either Malachi and JQ, or it was Malachi and Brandon. It was different combinations now, and especially when you throw Mo Diabate out there, because I just love how Mo can be in a crowd of red jerseys and with one arm grab it and corral it. I love that. I mean,
and he didn't even play that well.
No.
5 turnovers, didn't make a ton of shots.
Yeah, you're right. He had 3 in the first half.
He got thrown out of the game because apparently it's illegal to dunk in transition whenever they're pressing with 6 seconds to go. Sue him. I totally disagree with how all that unfolded. Don't be so soft to St. John's, but.
They're worried about their net ranking.
Even at his worst. Hey, he did hit a 3, though.
He did, yeah. He one of the 4. So 25% of our 3 points shooting.
Not playing great. He's still a game changer. He still impacts the game in a very positive way.
Yeah. This is fun. It's fun. I was just saying to Jack on our way, which we traveled all the way around the arena. Hope you all appreciate this location, because I made Jack. Let's go. Hey, how'd you feel? How'd you feel about it?
Great win. It was exciting. I loved it. Needed it. Quaintance is a dog.
He is. Kentucky fans are excited. Finally, you get a big win away from Rupp Arena.
So much
feels good.
Excitement.
I was telling Jack as we were doing the mile-long tour around the arena, I said,
"I'm got to get the perfect backdrop.
You got to. So isn't this great? This pillar.
Appreciate this backdrop.
Appreciate that pillar right there.
We walked 7 miles to get to this place, so it better be worthwhile."
I told Jack, I was like, I'm just so happy we don't have to come on here and just be negative Nancy's again. I hate that. I hate that version of me. I so much more appreciate getting to smile and laugh. And I just was texting my wife. I was like, we're partying tonight. We got the volleyball game tomorrow. Woo! It's a big blue weekend, baby. I'm loving it.
Yeah, dude. Rick, give me my talking to. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. Hold me accountable. I'm terrible at my job. I don't care. I want all of the smoke that comes with it, as long as I can have celebratory rapid reactions and sources says and write post-game columns about how dumb I am and how this team deserves all the credit in the world. Please, I will take that all day long. I just want to see my team win. That's all I care about. This team played a winning brand of basketball. They were fun. It was easy to root for. When Mo does some a tough hard nose, gets a tough rebound, and he echoes to the crowd, kind of starts doing this, and the crowd goes crazy.
Love it.
Jaden does something crazy, and the teammates come up and pump him in the chest, and Jalen Lowe kind of does his big shoulder thing coming back. That's what we want. It's just that we want to see the want to, man. We want to see the fight and to look like you guys are playing and having fun and doing this for all of the right reasons. I hated Gonzaga, man. I hated Michigan State. I hated how we had to talk about this team and asking questions about whether they cared or not. We just want to see a team that cares and fights and believes the way that we do. And that's what the second half was. And I'll appreciate the effort, even though the shots weren't falling and the offensive product was disgusting in the first half. Just try. Just
100%.
Give us effort. Give us some heart. And man, I've really enjoyed coming around on this team and loving this team and kind of pouring into this team in a positive way instead of a negative way. And I've really enjoyed this. I'm glad that we can now take this 2-game winning streak against teams with a pulse, go beat up on Bellarmine, toy around with the lineups, get creative, use this as an opportunity to figure out the offense, because that's still a disaster. We got to get that part figured out. But then use that 10-day break. That's a total reset, a chance for this team to really find some momentum and some confidence going into that Alabama game. And then go take over the SEC, man. Now we got a clean slate. Now it's a hard reset. We got the bad juju out of that ugly first half of the season. Now let's go ride into SEC play and go win some freaking games. Let's go win the SEC. And SEC's down. There's a real chance for us to go win this league. Now that you have your full roster, now keep Jalen healthy, keep Jaden healthy, and then let's go win some basketball games.
I like it. You kind of slid up on me a little bit. At the end of it, Jack was going to be
go Cats, baby.
I'm excited for that Alabama game. Now, hey, do we get back in the top 25? I know that stuff doesn't matter, but it matters. It matters a little bit to us fans.
Probably. But
yeah.
I don't care. I don't. I just give me. They could be ranked 700th. Just give me something to root for.
Yeah.
And today, that's what that was.
Yeah. We love the effort. Appreciate the effort. Big win.
Parlor Pizza.
Yes.
Gosh, I love you, Parlor Pizza. I couldn't love you more if I tried. I appreciate everything that you do. I love your smoked wings. I love your
the hot honey
pizza.
Hot honey pepperoni is just.
It's just beautiful. It was as beautiful as that second half.
We got to do a show from there so we can eat some hot honey.
Yeah, we're going to. It's just going to be me shoving my pie hole, and it's going to be ugly and disgusting and violent the way this basketball game was. And
nice.
I'm going to love
tie-in.
But we have to name our Parlor Pizza player of the game.
I wonder.
You name yours, and I'm going to name mine.
Okay, I know.
Mine's going to be a shock.
I know. I think I know what yours is going to be. So I'm going to take Jalen Lowe.
No, you can. I'm not going to take Jaden Quaintance. So if you want,
you have to.
I have an explanation.
Okay, all right. I'm going to take JQ as my Parlor Pizza player of the game. Just a difference maker. As I was standing there at the end of the game, he's standing next to Mark Pope doing an interview. I thought his first game at Kentucky, it couldn't have been any better. He's getting a TV interview. We said at the pregame, what did we want out of Jaden? We wanted 6 points, 5 rebounds, couple blocks. He ended up with 10 points.
I think I said 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks.
Okay, there you go. So he almost nailed that.
We had 10, 8, and 2, but
pretty good, pretty on the nose. But it was also just defense, like you said, and you were laughing the whole time. It was like he's just making things miserable for St. John's right now, and just the length and. Everything looked harder for St. John's when he was in the game. Everything. He was guarding 2 guys at a time sometimes. He would guard the post and be able to get out and guard the perimeter.
Where he gets switched on to Ian Jackson. He gets switched on to Dylan Mitchell. He gets switched on to
his footwork.
Osias Ellis. It didn't matter.
They can't get around him.
He is a total 1 through 5 defensive juggernaut who bless the rest of college basketball. Oh God.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm so sorry, the rest of the basketball world. You gave us a demon, and now you have to live with the consequences.
JQ, Parlor Pizza player of the game.
My Parlor Pizza player of the game is none other than Brandon Wells, Kentucky trainer.
Yes,
Brandon
Wells.
Dude, I love you. You. I think we've had one conversation ever, but I love you. I adore you.
Tip of the hat, salute, all of the things.
The work you have done with Jaden Quaintance to get him on the floor. We already knew Jaden was going to be good, but for you to put him in position to play and play as well as he did and be as confident in his ability and his body to trust his knee again, that is you. Brandon Wells, you deserve so much credit. And for you to be able to get Jalen Lowe back on the floor when it looked like he was going to be out for the season there in the first half, you get him not only back on the floor, but get him feeling riled up and hitting shots and being an MFer. Brandon Wells, you are our Parlor Pizza player of the game. I adore you. Thank you for keeping this team together. It feels at times it's being held together by paper mache and glue and rubber bands and stuff, but for now it feels very, very good, and that you are the sole reason for that. So thank you, Brandon Wells, our Parlor Pizza player of the game. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad that we can leave this building. We're 3-0. 3-0
in this building. We are the inverse of Madison Square Garden.
North Carolina, Duke, and now this one. So thank you very much to Atlanta. Thank you for State Farm Arena for the very nice, warm hospitality. I hate all these other fans that are getting in our space and being jerks. There are some real rude fans here, but all that matters is Catlanta's here, and BBN,
Duke fan is here for no reason.
BBN showed out in the biggest way. Screw that Duke fan.
Getting booed by all the fan bases.
Shout out Catlanta. Shout out Cat City. Jalen Lowe didn't know what Catlanta was. I enjoyed hearing that.
Neither did the reporter that asked the question. It sounded like it was pretty new. Like, you all are starting to call this place Catlanta? Like, starting to? What is it, 1955? We've been calling it's been Catlanta since we ever first played a game here.
BBN did a very, very, very nice job.
It was
the warm welcome.
It's a pro-Kentucky crowd by a
This is a very good crowd. I'm very, very grateful for BBN for making Catlanta a very real thing. The Big Blue Mist was very real, and Kentucky's momentum is very real. I'm enjoying myself. Thank you for a happy rapid reaction. Now I'm going to go right happily and enjoy every second of it. So for Jack Pilgrim, for Steven Peake, for all of us, all BBN members, let's enjoy this day. It's a fun one. Go Cats.
Go Cats.